Welcome to this Houston Newsmakers Extra with Houston City Councilman Dwight Boykins, who is now running for mayor. We've been talking about the reasons you've decided to run. Yeah. What's the biggest issue facing the city, and why are you the best person to solve it, you think?
Well, we have a lot of issues, but I think if we don't deal with this homeless panhandling issue in our city, it's going to kill the progress. Not only just from beautification, but from a safety perspective. My wife was telling me where someone ran up on her at a red light and terrified her. And I hear those stories over and over. And I think not only from that perspective, but the safety of the people on the streets. We have to take serious the ordinance that we have in place that says if your items does not fit in a 3x3 box, and one bike and one tent, you're violating the city ordinance. And then, excuse me, the panhandling ordinance piece, they have no right to be in the middle of the streets, panhandling. And I think we can deal with other issues, Canberra, but if we don't deal with that, we're going to start losing human life.
So you're saying just the ordinances that are in place now, enforce them,
and don't play politics with it.
Now, will that take police away? Do you expect the police to be the ones who are enforcing? Will that take them away from doing other things that maybe other people might think is a priority? Or is, in your opinion, the homeless issue a high enough priority that they need to be doing something?
It is. And also there's a division within the police department that handles that. But they've been told that they cannot enforce the ordinance at this point. So
why is that?
As mayor, you got to ask the administration. You got to ask the chief that question. But as the mayor, I will make that a top priority, and we deal with that. And then let me add one other component to that. For those who want to get mental health and get services and get back on the right track, we will, if you can imagine a school that has buildings, showers, kitchens, and outdoor playground. San Antonio has a model similar to what I'm looking at as well, Canberra, where we can create a one-stop shop, create lodging for them, and for those who want to sleep outside can sleep out in the playground with mats, feed them, counseling service, the whole 9 yards. We, under my administration, will provide opportunities. If you choose not to take them, you cannot impede the quality of life of the people in the city under my administration.
I'd be curious to know what happens to those people who don't. Do they go to jail? Or what happens to those people who decide that, you know, they don't want your help, the mental help, and they're going to stay out in the panhandle anyway?
Well, one way we can look at it is, okay, if you're from Houston and you're violating it, we can put you in a detention center and have you to help clean up the city. If you're not from Houston, and you chose not to go from the Greyhound bus station to your state, we will give you two options. One, if you have a warrant in Chicago or New York and you're in Houston, we're going to send you there, or you're going to jail because you're violating the ordinance.
All right, trash and traffic, always topics of interest in Houston. What's the biggest problem there, and what ideas do you have to solve it? I mean, one of the other candidates who was running talked about the trash issue and said she thought it was a travesty that we were outsourcing the trash pickup to other companies to do that. But I'm curious to know what you think about both of those topics.
My daddy, before he passed, worked for BFI as a front-end loader. So I grew up around trash. Trash got me through college. I have the utmost respect. And my brother works for Waste Management now. I have the utmost respect for him. What we have to do is look at taking, as mayor, I will bring in a zero-based budget approach, which means we will justify all expenditures. The mayor doesn't like it. And when you justify them, any excess money, it gives you money, allow you extra revenue to cover your expenditures that are mandated, for an example, like the pay parity, and with solid waste. We need new equipment. We need to make certain those solid waste workers are paid according to the private sector, because a lot of those guys, men and women, come in, Canberra, through a second chance program, may have a background issue, not all of them, but some. So the private sector won't hire them, but they're paid low wages doing the same work. And I respect them tremendously. So my priority as mayor would be to make sure we get the salaries up. And you do that, then the morale is up with the employees. I know it was with my dad. And it'll make a big difference. It's a top priority for me.
You were going to use a trash pickup as a method for the Prop B solution, were you not? Wasn't it?
It was a garbage fee.
Garbage fee, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't so much, and I'm glad you brought that up, to use the money for Prop B. What we were doing was taking the revenue generated from the garbage fee and placing it in the special revenue fund for solid waste. But what was in the general fund for solid waste, take a portion of that out and cover Prop B. Because you can't collect money and then switch it. You can't do that.
What do you think is going to be the end result on the Prop B situation? I mean, it goes and goes and
It's
goes.
a great question.
Yeah.
It depends on who the mayor is. That's a great question, because if I'm mayor come January, we will go straight into negotiations on the collective bargaining contract, and we will finalize it because we had a revenue. Comptroller Chris Brown presented numbers that we were in about 323 million in our fund balance account. We only need $67 million. 7.24% of that have to remain in it, which is about 160 million or somewhere around it. So we have the money. Mayor Turner just being stubborn because it's not his way. And that ain't the way we govern, man. You cannot forget you're a public servant and not a dictator. So in the first 2 months, we will have the collective bargaining contract done. And from there, we'll be able to move forward with other projects, for an example, like solid waste, under my administration.
What do you tell that person? You're with them for a few minutes and you don't have just a short period of time, but you need to convince them that you're the person they need to vote for.
If you want someone to have a proven track record today, I can tell you what I told you I was going to do as a council member. I've done it. A public servant and not a politician, bottom line.
Where can people contact you if they want to get involved with your campaign?
They can call me at 713-203-2835. You know what that is?
What's that?
My personal cell.
Oh, wow. Okay, I thought I was special. I didn't know you gave it out. I didn't know you gave it out to everybody. You have a website as well?
Yes, Dwight Boykins for mayor.com.
Got it. All right, we'll make sure that people have that. Thank you for watching this Newsmakers Extra. Please share this to your social media friends. You won't mind that, would you?
Not at all.
Thank you, and make sure you continue to watch Houston Newsmakers every Sunday morning at 10:30.